price at the pump jumped first. That's the part everybody noticed. But the pump is only the warning light. When oil spikes, it moves through the whole household budget, quietly, one bill at a time. Some of these costs have already hit. Some are still coming. And number one could hit older Americans hardest once winter gets here. Let's start with the one you already know. Number 10, gas. National average hit around $4.55 a gallon in May, up more than $1.40 from a year ago. California crossed $6. Washington, almost $5.75. The reason was thousands of miles away. Back in late February, war shut down the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow channel that carries about a fifth of the world's oil. The World Bank called what followed the biggest oil supply shock on record. 10 million barrels a day, gone almost overnight. And the way it hits the pump that fast, the station isn't charging you for the fuel in their tanks right now. They're charging for what it'll cost to refill them. So the price jumps the day there's trouble overseas, before the expensive oils even reached the country. For a lot of you, driving isn't optional. No subway. It's the doctor, the pharmacy, the store, the grandkids. A retiree filling a 15-gallon tank twice a week is paying close to $170 more a month than last year. Same roads, same life. A cut to your Social Security check that nobody voted on. But gas is just where you can see it. Oil's also in your food, your heat, the plastic bottle your pills come in. So it doesn't hit you once and leave. It comes back, in waves, over months, in places you'd never connect to a tanker stuck in the Persian Gulf. That's the rest of this list. Number 9, getting a package to your door. Free shipping is quietly dying. You hit a number in your cart, they sent it for nothing, that deal's falling apart, and oil's the reason. The outfits that move your packages run huge fleets that burn diesel by the millions of gallons. Diesel went up hard. So they tacked on what they call a fuel surcharge, a fee that rises and falls with the diesel price automatically. The cost of moving every box climbs, and nobody ever announces it. The sellers don't eat that, by the way. They just raise the sticker price on the thing itself. So you click free shipping and feel like you beat it. You didn't. The diesel's still there, hiding in the price of the coffee maker. For older folks, it's not really about convenience. It's prescriptions by mail, a gift going 3 states to a grandkid. The shipping costs more, and the workaround, spend more to clear the free shipping line, just means buying stuff you didn't want. Number 8, your car insurance, even if you barely drive. Took me a minute to see how this one connected. A modern car is mostly plastic. Bumpers, the dash, the trim, a lot of the paint, all of it from petroleum. Oil goes up, the parts to fix a dented car go up, and those parts ship in from overseas, so the diesel surcharges hit them too. Insurers are paying more on every single claim now, so they raise everybody. Full coverage averages over $2,000 a year, up more than 40% in about 5 years. You can carpool, skip the road trip, leave the car parked all month. Doesn't matter. The bill goes up anyway, because your insurer's spreading the cost of the whole broken supply chain across every policy they write. That's the one that's hard to swallow. You did everything right, and there's no version of careful that gets you out of it. Number 7, plane tickets, and seeing the people you love. I'll tell this one different because the number isn't really the point. The empty chair at the table is the point. Somebody watching this lives a flight away from their kids, their grandkids, and there's a graduation coming, or a new baby, or just Christmas, the kind of thing you don't get a second crack at. And the cost of getting there just jumped. Jet fuel runs about 1/4 to 1/3 of what it costs an airline to fly. When it spikes, they've got 2 options: raise the ticket and scare people off, or keep the fare looking cheap and bury the cost in fees, bags, seats, all of it. They went with fees. Quieter way to hand you the fuel bill. Fares are up in the mid-teens % from last year. The family that paid $1,200 to fly home for the holidays is looking at $14 now. Same seats. On a fixed income, that's the line between going and not going. The shock didn't just raise a price. For some families, it canceled the trip. Number 6, fixing your house. Quick one. Asphalt, your driveway, your roads, is basically a crude oil leftover. Roofing, PVC pipe, vinyl siding, insulation, all of it from oil and gas. Crude jumps, the repair jumps. Contractors are saying the price changes between writing the estimate and starting the job. Same week sometimes. What's that look like at home? A blue tarp thrown over a leak because the real fix doubled. The town quietly canceling road work because the asphalt money's gone. That pothole on your street that never gets filled? Some of that runs straight back to a tanker that can't get through the Strait of Hormuz. Number 5, your power bill, which mostly hasn't happened yet. People figure electricity's got nothing to do with oil. Half right. We don't really burn crude to make power, but we burn a ton of natural gas, and gas and oil move together. One spikes, the other follows, usually late. So I'll tell you what I think is coming, and you can hold me to it. Your power company can't jack up the rate overnight like a gas station does. They've got to go ask a state board, and that drags on for months, which means this part of the shock shows up slow, late this year, into next, long after gas prices have calmed down. Somebody's going to open a power bill in 2027 and wonder what on earth happened. And the answer's a war they stopped thinking about a year earlier. And if you're running a CPAP, an oxygen machine, anything medical, you can't shut it off to save a buck. You pay whatever they decide to charge. Number 4, just about everything in the store. Over 70% of the goods in this country move by truck. Trucks run on diesel. Diesel went up hard. Wholesale diesel and heating oil hit their highest since 2022. Jet fuel blew past $200 a barrel. Truckers slap a fuel surcharge on every load, and it climbs the chain, maker to store to you. Now follow one toaster. Made overseas, so it crosses the ocean on a ship, surcharge. Loaded onto a train inland, second surcharge. A truck runs it to the store, third. By the time it's sitting on the shelf in front of you, the oil shock has taxed that toaster 3 separate times. And you pay all 3 in one price, never knowing it happened. Said it before on this channel. The things that cost you the most are the ones you can't see on the receipt. Nobody itemizes the diesel. It's just folded into the number. Number 3, your medicine. This is the one that gets under my skin because of how buried it is. Almost nobody links the two. Look at what medicine is actually made of. The syringe, the IV line, the little orange bottle the pills come in, the mask on a CPAP, the blister pack you punch the tablets out of. Plastic, all of it. And plastic comes from oil and gas. Crude spikes, the raw material spikes, and you can't swap in something cheaper because medical plastic has to pass strict safety rules, so the maker pays up, and it rolls downhill to your pharmacy. It won't be a headline. It'll be $2 extra on test strips, $1 on a knee brace, a little more on the supplements in the big plastic bottle. Small, over and over, on the stuff you can't skip. And when you're stretching a fixed budget around a chronic condition, $1 that goes to the medicine is $1 that didn't go to dinner. That pill bottle in your cabinet has a drop of crude oil in it. Most people will go their whole life not knowing that's why it costs a little more this year. Number 2, the food on your table. Quick question. Your grocery bill's been creeping again, but the news keeps telling you food inflation is mild. Why the gap? The answer is one of the meaner tricks in all of this. Farming now is basically turning fuel into food. Tractors run on diesel, Fertilizer, the stuff that actually grows the crop, gets made from natural gas. The World Bank's got fertilizer up 31% this year, driven by a 60% jump in one called urea. And about half the world's urea normally ships through that same Strait of Hormuz. The mean part is the timing. That fertilizer cost doesn't land at your store today. It lands on the farmer this season. He pays more to grow the crop. Months later, it gets harvested, turned into the bread, the cereal, the feed for the cattle. So the real grocery spike is still out there, coming. What you're buying today was mostly grown with last year's cheaper fuel. The expensive stuff hasn't shown up yet. That's why I don't buy it when a headline says food inflation's under control. The thing's already in motion. It just lands at the dinner table about a year late. And number 1, heating your home. Up in the Northeast, for millions of families, this isn't gas heat or electric heat. It's heating oil. A tank in the basement, a truck comes and fills it. And heating oil's almost the same thing as diesel, off the same barrel of crude. So it spiked right alongside everything else. Highest since 2022, up over 50% since the war started. The numbers are brutal. A standard tank holds about 275 gallons. At today's prices, filling at one time runs north of $1,500. One fill, and a real winter takes more than one. I've seen what this does. You probably have too, or you live near it. The widow who keeps the thermostat at 58 and wears a coat in her own living room. The couple who shuts every door but one and runs a space heater, rationing the oil downstairs like it's the last of something. The choice, and it's a real one, real people are making it right now, between heating the house and buying groceries. The war that caused this is on the other side of the planet. The people paying hardest for it are 75 years old, fixed income, in a cold house in Maine or New Hampshire or Vermont, doing arithmetic at a kitchen table nobody should ever have to do. That's an oil shock, start to finish. Starts as a headline about a strait most folks couldn't point to on a map. Ends with an old woman in a coat, indoors, in January. That's the 10. Before you go, though, I want to hear from you on this one, because it's personal for a lot of people watching. Which of these hit you hardest? The pump? The grocery bill? The tank in the basement? Maybe you've already had to make one of those kitchen table choices I described. Put it in the comments. I read every one, and the stories you all leave are the best part of doing this. And if this helped you see where your money's been going all this time, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Round red button right under the video. Helps more than you'd think, and it keeps you here for the next one. This is EconoNova. Keep an eye on the price of milk.